All members of the Rochester City Council agree a possible $140 million is needed for street repairs, flood control, and regional development. Others, like Mayor Norton, don't agree on attaching money to a regional sports complex that is still in the early stages of planning. She described it more as a want rather than a need.
The local option sales tax is a wonderful opportunity for this community. I'm not against that. I just had hoped we would allow the community to decide which of the four or all of the four were of interest to them, and to give them the choice to select.
Councilmember Patrick Keene voted in favor of the sales tax extension going to voters. He said all these projects could benefit more from sales tax revenue instead of putting the burden on taxpayers, as other projects have benefited from this before.
Part of my logic comes from I do want to see the sales tax continue. I think it's a good way for Rochester to fund things like flood control, like a regional sports complex. Frankly, our history has a lot of this sort of stuff.
The history of the sales tax goes back as far as the early 1980s. Deputy City Administrator Aaron Parrish says the city is still receiving money for projects in the last extension, which was approved at the ballot box in 2012.
The last sales tax, or the sales tax that we're currently in and collecting funding on, we had a number of important road projects that were funded. 125 Live in the Senior Center was funded, as well as improvements to the rec center. A number of investments in higher education were made at that time, both for UMR and RCTC.
Even with the decision vetoed, the council will override the decision and put it to a vote once again during the next meeting on July 24th. Norton anticipates that if it happens, the sales tax extension will pass.
I think it will look exactly like what's coming out of the meeting. My sense has not been that the city council wants to waver on what they've already supported.